The Sony A9 changed the photography world when it was introduced, and even in 2026, many photographers still consider it one of the fastest and most reliable professional mirrorless cameras ever made. Whether you're into sports photography, wildlife, weddings, or fast-paced action, the Sony A9 remains a camera that delivers speed, accuracy, and incredible image quality. In today's video, we're going to explore why the Sony A9 still matters, who it's perfect for, and whether it's still worth using in 2026. One of the biggest reasons photographers love the Sony A9 is its incredible autofocus system. Sony designed this camera specifically for speed. It comes with advanced autofocus tracking that can lock onto subjects almost instantly. If you're photographing football matches, dancers, birds in flight, or moving cars, the Sony A9 keeps up without struggling. The real-time tracking and autofocus technology were revolutionary when this camera launched, and they still perform amazingly well today. For portrait photographers, autofocus helps keep the subject's eyes perfectly sharp, even when the model is moving. Another powerful feature of the Sony A9 is the silent shooting mode. Unlike traditional DSLR cameras that make loud shutter sounds, the Sony A9 can shoot silently while maintaining high-speed performance. This is extremely useful for wedding photographers, event photographers, wildlife shooters, and journalists who need to work quietly without distracting the environment. Silent shooting also makes photographers look more professional during important moments. When it comes to speed, the Sony A9 is a beast. It can shoot up to 20 frames per second with continuous autofocus tracking. That means the camera captures multiple images every second while keeping the subject sharp. For sports and wildlife photographers, this is a game changer because it increases the chances of getting the perfect shot at the perfect moment. Whether it's a football player celebrating a goal or a bird taking flight, the Sony A9 was built to capture action with precision. Now let's talk about image quality. The Sony A9 features a full-frame sensor that produces beautiful colors, strong dynamic range, and excellent low-light performance. Photographers can confidently shoot during sunsets, indoor events, or nighttime scenes while still getting clean and detailed images. The camera also performs well at higher ISO levels, which is important for photographers working in difficult lighting conditions. The design of the Sony A9 is another reason many creators still love it in 2026. It's smaller and lighter than many professional DSLR cameras, making it easier to carry during long shoots. Travel photographers and content creators appreciate this because lightweight gear helps reduce fatigue. The grip is comfortable, the buttons are customizable, and the electronic viewfinder gives photographers a real-time preview of their exposure before taking the shot. For video creators, the Sony A9 also offers impressive video capabilities. Although newer cameras now offer more advanced video specs, the Sony A9 still delivers sharp 4K footage with beautiful colors and smooth autofocus performance. Many YouTubers and filmmakers continue to use it for documentaries, interviews, and cinematic content because of its reliability and image quality. However, it's important to understand that the Sony A9 may not be the perfect camera for everyone. If you mainly shoot landscapes or studio photography, you might prefer cameras with higher megapixel counts like the Sony A7R series. But if your focus is speed, action, wildlife, sports, events, or fast-moving subjects, the Sony A9 remains one of the best options available. One thing that makes the Sony A9 special is how it helped shape the future of mirrorless cameras. Before cameras like the Sony A9 became popular, many professionals relied heavily on DSLRs for sports and wildlife photography. Sony proved that mirrorless cameras could compete at the highest professional level, and today many brands have followed the same direction. So, is the Sony A9 still worth it in 2026? Absolutely. Even though newer cameras have entered the market, the Sony A9 continues to deliver professional performance, reliable autofocus, incredible speed, and excellent image quality. It's a camera built for creators who want confidence while capturing fast moments. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the Sony A9, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more photography and camera content here on Behind the Lens. Let me know in the comments, would you still use the Sony A9 in 2026, or would you upgrade to a newer Sony camera? Until next time, keep shooting, stay creative, and never stop learning behind the lens.